Okay, so 1982, after that, I actually was teaching there for about 2 years, give or take. And I would come and go. I would get mad at the students and leave, you know. It's a young kid. At this time, I was 17 now, and I was actually, you know, already a father, and it was kind of crazy. Then when I got 19, I was kind of a lot more serious. And that's when I started fighting at the national level. And that's when Timeout's sister, Nadia, became my actual girlfriend. And I wasn't with my baby's mom any longer. But we still had a great relationship. We still do. So I started teaching out of a place after coming up with this idea. My first school I called the New York's Finest Karate Academy. And my second school was also known as New York's Finest. But this time I had a student named Fabian Carrillo, Fabian Carrillo, who was also Jonas' student. But I gave him the black belt. And and he actually did a movie years after called The Latin Dragon of all things, and a few other movies. Maybe I'll put a link here. Yeah, I'll put a link. Anyway, so from there, I was teaching at a place that basically was an abandoned building. Some of you have seen some of the photos. You know, so we had Tommy Chan and Tony Morris, who was my partner now. Fabian Carrillo, Nicole Quest, which was Tony's student and also my student, but he taught him mostly. And then we also had Jonas for a little while, but then when Jonas picked up and got another person to be part of his team, his name was Douglas. I forgot his last name. Ju, I'm not even sure, but I met Douglas when he was yellow, but with Tiger Kim's. So Jonas opened up a school. He called it New York's Finest also. But he had these little kids kickboxing and beating each other up. And you know, even though that's something that he was into and other people liked it, obviously, because they're yelling and screaming and cheering, I particularly didn't like it. So after changing our uniforms, which were blue uniforms, I actually got KI to sponsor some team uniforms for us, Karate International, KI Renora. They made the best uniforms, the Stars and Stripes uniform. Anyway, so if you see photos, that's me, Tommy Chan, Tony Morrison, and Fabian Carrillo, and the one that's missing is Jonas Nunes. Because at this point, he wasn't really down with us. He was doing New York's Finest Karate, I'm not sure what he called it, and we were the Karate Studio, then we were the demo team. So the second school was on the second floor of what was an abandoned building, basically, that Fabian's mother was owed some money by a guy downstairs. And that didn't last that long, but that's where guys like Jose Nunez came there, and also his friends, including Kung Lu, which had an awesome blitz. And I always had people coming from other schools there to learn how to do techniques, but they didn't get credit. I don't get credit being their instructors. They just learned how to blitz from me because nobody knew that stuff. You know, this was the first time I met the Peter Lende, who was actually a student of Tiger Kim's, and a few other people. But bottom line, our second school was on the second floor with a sign called America's, New York's Finest, before Jonas changed to America's Finest, and that was around 1985, give or take.